abnormal usage. So abuse for me is abnormal use.
Okay.
So the AB is abnormal for me, and the use, abuse. It means that if not being used well. Okay. So if you don't know the value of a thing, its usage becomes inevitable for you. Okay. If you give yourself to a young man who doesn't understand the way to have sexual intercourse well, you regret breaking your virginity. Do you understand? Especially if you meet a man with a gap tooth and you give them your nipple, you will regret having foreplay. So what I'm saying is that if you don't know the use of a thing, you might use it wrongly, and that is abuse. Okay. And we've discussed several issues about abuse. Today we are discussing how do you manage your emotions as an abuser, and you the one being abused. The statement might not sound correct in your ears because you are expecting us to discuss the type of abuse that we have in the world. As for the abuse, the type of abuse, I've said it. We have emotional abuse. We have what we call the neglect is an abuse. We have sexual abuse. We'll come and discuss all those ones. But before we discuss these things, we want you to get the answers to managing abusive relationship. And the best way is, I said last week, learn how to manage yourself so you know how to communicate. Okay. The content in your communication erupts abuse. Okay. This is not to say that we are endorsing abuse, but we want you to know that don't also become somebody who enjoys abuse. And the Amaya meaning saying, yeah, yes, there are people like that. I think here on this station somebody called and said that only get every job because get the bonanza. That is a deficiency. So there are people that they make themselves available for abuse because it's a deficiency and they enjoy abuse. Okay. For that matter, say abuser. And remember, I said it here, no abuser will change. Not even when they see Christ. So the church should stop. When you find Christ, your abuse is ended. And you're not correct. Last week we discussed what we call submission and abuse. There are some level of submission that they are abuse. Okay. But we think we are submitting. And there are some level of pride that becomes abuse. Okay. Me abuse. You're always under pressure to enjoy abuse. One, or the tata also so beko. Oba no wo fe no onche no bi pe no. And to wale oba no wo fa de bi o de wo wani. O so beko. E so nam krom krofo se ne pe by heart. I mean kan kiro. E krofo se pe de na omunya wale no mo se se na mabre eti awade ehu. Embema ne mba awade mu krofo ya abuse mu pa ye mbema enye mba. The most people abuse in relationship are men, not women. Oh yes. Oh yes.
I'm surprised. How
because so? Men are those that so there are things that we go through, but we hold on to it.
We battle up. Wow.
Because we are men. And women will escalate. Anytime there's a break in marriage, those who talk too much are who? Women. And all the things they say, 95% of the things they say, they are true. But they are lying.
Hey.
You only know they are lying or they are true, but you know they are lying. And you only know they are lying when you are able to have access to the man who doesn't want to talk. And I mean,
so Ochema, Oban make kind of side of the story the day.
You can you but when you go share and throw it's all candy and more who said Beman in Subai. And I was one count. Bema minute. Maybe I would tell me, any man listening to me, one of the first abuse you allow yourself to happen to you is when you don't have what it takes to marry a beautiful girl and you take money from them to marry. Never do it. Never.
Okay, so counselor change. So it means that you need money to marry a beautiful girl.
Hey, have you seen my wife before?
No.
If I give you the budget of my wife, by this time we bought TV station like TV Africa.
Hey, that's how it's ska.
Na miniska can worry about her.
Wow. About the one is the better side check.
Sentia, the OD, me go first side check I know beje. First the side check come less. Now in Krofaya do bedwom do me share me first year raw. Me share am say oh title how your TV so always marry and you show your doctor obey and you show once our title the obey and you show. But now say asantefo no and in Krofo yi me adam from ati omanim.
In Krofo be and side checks no.
So first na asantefo ne nka ho. O me ka ho na say game no.
It's now am na na ka ho.
Oh, no, can fly before I down for the title, yeah, but Asante phone is here, the so, so the level of abuse, the way it comes to us at times, you don't think it's abuse. Well, say that how do I manage my emotions? What are emotions? It is a feeling that you are not expecting but can hit you. So in the first place, your wives wake up in the morning and she has frowned her face. She's expecting that in her frown, you should decode why she has frowned. What is it? Did I create you?
Hey.
Am I God?
You're my husband.
So
you should know.
What sorry film paso? Now I'm now what trust me George Lutrot.
Sometimes we are, sometimes we are always women. We have our issues and all of that.
So should I carry your issues?
Now how would
So if frowning your face means I'm carrying your issues.
So you should ask me, baby, what's wrong with you?
Man,
good morning.
This is how to manage your emotions. Immediately your wife frowns her face. Frown and meet her.
You are not romantic.
Any man who is romantic is gay.
Counselor.
When your wife frowns early morning, he frowns at you because he wants you to see he's angry. You too, to manage your emotion, frown. Let frown meet frown, and we'll see who will talk first.
Counselor, who said any man who is romantic is what?
Is a gay. Men are not supposed to be romantic. Women are romantic.
Oh God.
If you meet any romantic man, he's a gay.
Really?
Quote me everywhere. There's no romance in me. Me, I'm not romantic.
No, you are raw.
Yes, I've always been raw. And I would die as a raw.
Ocho.
I greet you, Mr. Felix, Rosalind's husband. He's a raw man. So we understand you. Imagine a man will take you to a party and will relax in the car. Wait for you to finish partying and you come and sit in the car, he's reading books. Do you know what it means?
That's love.
Can you wait for me 10 minutes in the car?
No, I can't.
You take your phone. So did you bring me here to sit outside? Is it all it takes? Because I want to go out. So am I less important than the person you are standing there with? Can I take Uber and leave? No. But all this, we manage it. Manage your emotions. So in the first place, if you meet a frown in the morning, frown. But because you are managing yourself, you don't frown with anger. You can frown with no anger beneath. That's the management. So managing your emotions, this is what you need. The management of your thoughts, the management of your feelings, and the management of your actions. Adi a me dwen se fima no ba ebe sisen ohima woda ye no wasoda ye bone se me de sikan di wechi bekun me ku anka wanyane.
This was my commercial.
No, do you understand?
I do.
I mean, you dreamt that me I was church you as your husband, and you wake up in the morning, you are still alive. You are alive, and you still frown your face.
Because commercial breakup.
No one coming there for me.
I'm going for a quick commercial break. I'll be right back. Don't go nowhere. Truth.
So manage your emotions. When you don't manage it, you will misbehave. And in your misbehavior, you will end up being disgraced.
But counselor,
see,
Emma, you can never understand us.
But who says want to understand you?
Even Jesus Christ on tears.
That is why he came. He had constant erection. He never made the mistake of marrying anybody. He was close to Mary Magdalene. Mary Magdalene was former shower, and when you meet former shower, they are tasteful. They are presentable. If Mary Magdalene can give Jesus Christ the most expensive perfume, then when she passes, or freedom, or bad or erectile perfumes, yes, Christ was erecting like that, but not like coming out bosso.
Which shema?
Person bury.
Adding.
Or shano ho so.
I saw.
I don't say with Jimmy. One wale. Or wale anka ebebre. It is a baby your back now 5 days, sir. Or say abasubodie. Because
Namwe, you think it's easy to live in a house with a man?
Come again.
Okay, you heard me. It's not easy.
Any woman who cannot live in a house with a man means that either the man is living in the woman's house. If you are a man and you are living in the woman's house, it becomes very difficult for you to live with a woman. But if you are living in your own house, it's easy to live with a woman.
That's true.
And your own house is not your father's house. So managing your emotions is also part of where you are residing. The next thing is the input of the woman. If you don't know and you take more input from your wife, you can never manage your emotions. You make cow consider abewu. And me so ba unya. Me so ba. Me jini se Ghana ya nam oba bia timi te se me. Na bosomi wa hwia me ketia brew. I don't know me do. Enye se ma say. I don't know me do.
But you see ndi oba sika.
O say
ye ndi oba sika.
Na be ma de odi oba sika unjimi ya be na apa azazi so.
Tomo mu di ma sika o meji.
Jimi fo nko
o ba say bi aware on ho a kire na
be ma ho kire na ya den. Be ma wani e bia ba le se na ho kire wo. Hwe ya bro. Get bit me frau. I am honey. I am honey. I am honey. Honey no all sika emfa uba. I miss you. I don't know what to do without you. No, I'm frau. And I don't know what time will you get here? Babe, on your way. You know my wine. Nipa why honey hot train.
Oh, Sanjo wine.
Oh, you wine. Maybe I if you want son yet.
What was I can see?
Hey, what drive you out to get no. Can you brew na se anya hwe. Brew anya hwe. Musu on kan ko do so ya cancer fo a kire wo.
See
So how come? I thought you'd be here in the next 1 hour. I've waited for too long. I've been feeling losing interest in what it is. But where is the wine?
That's like you.
What's it?
What's it?
Makai.
Oh, they will come in.
Hallelujah. Okay. Oh, my mama, but I know why. Oh, but I could they are making say. So, if you want to manage your emotions, I've said it. Learn what you are about to say, what you are doing. There are people that they won't talk. So, emotional trauma and emotional abuse is more painful than physical abuse. Physical abuse is reported to the police. You take a doctor's report and give it back to the police. Unfortunately, emotional abuse, you can't report to the police.
Nothing to show.
Yes, but there's a likelihood of the opposite at times is that there are people that they lose weight.
It drains them.
So you see it on their face that they are growing lean. But the other people like me, hey, this trouser I'm wearing, since Bodyline gave it to me, is 7 years.
What associate?
And me I'm in phone.
So I want you to
I'm in Yakassia.
No, yeah.
And to me, come cry. This is my mammy. Oh, she am going here talo mini fiable. So emotional abuse. There are others that when they are going through emotional challenge, and I'll come back to tell them, they grow fat.
You're welcome back. This is to the E&L segment. I sat in for your regular host, Rosalind Felly, and I'm here in the studios with Counselor John Luchos, and we're talking about how to manage your emotions in abusive relationship. Counselor.
So emotions are not physical things. However, your emotions can reflect on you physically. Unfortunately for us, some of the people have an hormonal imbalance that when they are stressed, they bloat. Especially the Ghana women and the Ewe women. Most of them, their hormones rather under stress bloat.
Okay.
So the person is going through an emotional pain. And one of the things that you don't know is that you can report abuse to the police with evidence.
Yeah.
So when I abuse you emotionally, you have no evidence to the doctor.
Yeah.
But your BP is going up. You can't attribute it to me. I get it. We just celebrated World Hypertension Day on the 17th of May. I don't know if you know about it.
Yeah.